Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing the game between City and Liverpool tactically. A game between Klopp and Guardiola, two of the best tacticians in the game. Today is always an enthralling contest. The first half was a really intriguing battle between Klopp and Pep. Liverpool lined up in a 4-2-4 formation against City's 4-3-3 formation. During the initial 10-15 minutes of the play, Liverpool were the utterly dominant side. This was because of a unique pressing pattern that Liverpool were following. This pressing pattern did not allow City to build play from the back, which they usually like to do. Let us consider a play here where Ruben Dias has the ball. At this stage, what Firmino will do, he will go and press Dias while Mo Salah will drop to cover Rodri. Because Rodri was being pressed, Salah, the option to play the forward pass by Dias to Rodri was simply not available. At this stage, since Walker will be pressed by Sadio Mane, so the option for Dias to play the ball to Walker will also not be available. Of course, at this stage, De Bruyne can drop deeper to become the outlet for City's defense, but since Gini Wijnaldum was covering De Bruyne very well, so that forward option pass was also not available. Due to this, the entire passing lane for Dias was blocked, and this resulted in Dias playing the ball to Laporte. Instead of really building the play from the back, the only available option for Dias was to play the ball to Laporte. Again, when the play was to take place on the other side of the pitch, the Liverpool side would follow a similar pressing pattern, due to which Laporte could also not play a forward pass. So because of this, City were simply not able to get out of their half, and this is why Liverpool dominated the first 10-15 minutes of the play. The combination play between Andy Robertson and Mane helped Liverpool to win the penalty for the first goal. Robert played a pass to Mane, and to stop the 1-2 combination play between Mane and Robertson, Walker tried to cover Robbo, but it ended up being a decoy run and Sadio Mane turned inside. At this stage, Walker panicked and conceded the penalty. Gradually, City came back into the game after making certain tactical modifications. They altered the formation to 4-2-3-1, asking Gundogan to drop deeper, and this allowed City to thwart Liverpool's pressing pattern. At this stage, let us consider that Firmino is pressing Dias and Salah is pressing Gundogan. Then Liverpool's press will not work as well as it did in the first 10-15 minutes, because Rodri will be the out ball that will be available to City defense. Of course, from there Rodri can carry the ball to forward channels, and therefore City will no longer be pegged back in their own half. Let us consider the different pressing patterns here to know why Liverpool's press was now no longer as effective as it was in the first 10-15 minutes. Consider here that Salah is pressing Gundogan and Firmino is pressing Rodri. Then De Bruyne can drop deep, and he will be the out ball for City's defense. Of course, one can say that at this stage, Jordan Henderson can go and press De Bruyne, but still Liverpool will fail to keep City pegged back in their own half, because Sterling can now drop deep and he can be the out ball. So with each press, Liverpool's pressing pattern was failing because of the availability of various out ball options for City. So they gradually came back into the game, and the momentum of the game, which was so heavily shifted towards Liverpool in the opening minutes, now gradually took a tide further turn, and De Bruyne started getting more and more involved in the play. He was playing in the hole between Gomez and Robertson, or alternately between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Matip, and that is how City created their first goal and the penalty that later De Bruyne missed. Let us consider the play here for the first goal. At that stage, Rodri played a ball for Walker, and Walker moved forward. Mane failed to track Walker, and Walker made inroads into the Liverpool half. After making inroads into the Liverpool half, he found De Bruyne, who was in space. While Walker was moving into the Liverpool half, it was Gini Wijnaldum who tried to press him, but he was too far off and Walker was easily able to find the pass to De Bruyne. After De Bruyne received the ball, he played a sumptuous pass to Gabriel Jesus, and Jesus with a lovely turn turned Matip and went inside the Liverpool D to score a wonderful goal, which in the end gave City the equalizer. And gradually City started becoming more and more dominant in the play, but Liverpool didn't go away. Their attacking prowess remained, basically because City played with a very high line. Liverpool were always one or two good passes away from creating a chance. You can see how the various channels were available here for Liverpool to play that one pass, and because of the pace of Jota, Mane and Salah, they remained a threat here. In the 50th minute of the game, Klopp brought on Xherdan Shaqiri in place of Roberto Firmino. Though Shaqiri lined up on the right side of Liverpool's defense, but the idea was to allow Shaqiri to drop in the hole to play defense-splitting passes and strengthen Liverpool's counter-attacking prowess. He and Trent could have presented a double threat on the right and could have really threatened City. Unfortunately, Trent Alexander-Arnold went off injured in the 62nd minute, and Shaqiri was easily crowded out in the game, and Liverpool petted out as an attacking force in the game. If you liked my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel and help my channel to grow.